All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is a question, and it's this. What is your routine during the day? Okay, so let me break it down as best as I can. So this is what I do Monday through Sunday. So every single day, minus Saturday. I have a little different routine on Saturday, but let's just go Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, I wake up at 6 a.m. I know that's not early. It's not late either. First of all, let me say this. I don't sleep well. Last night, I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning. The night before was 3 o'clock in the morning. My sleep score that I have, this ring right here that keeps track of all of my sleep patterns, it was a 62 last night and a 59 the night before. So I don't sleep very well at night. But I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning, and then I walk into my closet. I pray, get on my knees, and I pray. And I pray for anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. That's just how I get my day started. I feel like having an anchor to start your day. Jill told me this. She sent me a little link one time, but the person said if you don't have an anchor for your day, you're not starting your day right. And so I started to think about that, and I've always had this desire to pray, but I thought to myself, you know, starting your day off in prayer and seeking the face of God is the best way to anchor your day. And I feel like that gets me going. That sets the stage, that sets the tone for the rest of my day. So I get up at 6 o'clock every morning. I go into my closet, and it's literally my prayer closet. It's a closet, but it's my prayer closet, and that's where I begin to seek the Lord. And then after I do that, and I always have it, I actually have it all lined up in my phone every single day. So at about 6:35, I go and let both of my dogs out. I have 2 dogs. I have an Australian Shepherd. His name is Eldon. He's almost 14 years old. He'll be 14 in December. And then I have an English Lab, an English Yellow Lab, purebred yellow lab. His name is Wilbur. He is nearing 14 months, so he's just a little over a year, and he is still all puppy. I mean, just all gas, no brakes. And so I get them both up. I let Eldon go outside, and I take Wilbur out, and he just goes nuts for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Bring them back in. At least I bring Wilbur back in. I feed Wilbur. I feed Eldon. I have to feed him separately because Eldon, he takes his time eating. Wilbur devours his food, and he'll go right after Eldon's. So I have to feed them separately. And then after that, I make my coffee, make my breakfast. Yes, I make my own breakfast, and it's not cereal. Every morning it's the same routine. I have about 220 grams of egg whites with an egg, either with protein waffles or protein pancakes. Sugar-free syrup. And I always do, there's a limit to it that I have to put. So I do that every single morning. And then after that, I continue to drink my coffee, bring my kids, minus Samantha, who's on the other side of this camera. She is now a freshman in college here at JSBC. Had to put the plug in. And then I've got the other ones, the other 3, I bring them to school, come back, I get dressed for the day, get to work here about 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning. And the first thing that I do is I do sermon prep. Then from 10:30 to 11, I like to have what I call reading and reflection. So this is just my time to pick a book, whatever I'm reading, and I read for about 30 minutes. And I read just a chapter at a time, and then I highlight, and then I think about some of the things that he is talking about, and I try to implement and apply those things to my life every single day. At 11 a.m., I eat lunch. Yes, I'm on old people's time. I don't eat lunch at noon. I eat lunch at 11 a.m. In fact, I bring my own lunch. I don't go out, but I bring my own lunch, and I sit here, and it's generally the same thing. It's a sandwich and chips. That's what I like. I'm routine, I like it, and I heat it up in the microwave, get down right here, and I eat. And then after that, this is kind of like what I've got today. So I'll continue, since I didn't do my sermon prep this morning, I moved it down. So I started my sermon prep at 12. I stopped at about 1:30, and then I just started to read again. And now I'm here doing these videos with my daughter and with Maddie. They're here in my office. And then at 4 o'clock today, I will have to go pick up Abby from school, and then I go work out at 5 o'clock. I work out twice a week, and I don't walk, I don't run, I don't jog, I don't like doing any of that. I actually lift weights. And then after that will be dinner time and hanging out with the family, bathing Mackenzie, getting her ready for bed, reading her favorite bedtime story, which is something about tacos or dragons and tacos. That's one that she likes, and I have to read that to her constantly. And there's one that's, what's another book that she likes? Something about a butterfly with Fancy Nancy. A Fancy Nancy and the butterfly, whatever it is. And so I have to read that one to her as well. And then I finally go to bed around 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night. That's my day, that's my routine, that's what I do, and it hardly ever deviates. And so right now when I leave here, actually whenever they leave here, I'll get back to finishing my reading, for just a little bit. I'll have a little bit of time of reflection and looking at whatever I was looking at and studying and reading, and how can I apply that to my life today. And I would recommend as many people if you can, boy, girl, man, woman, doesn't matter. I encourage everyone to pick up the habit of reading. You can't learn anything without reading. Some of you are just like, I don't like to read. Reading is critical, it's crucial. And I was one of those that never liked to read until I went back to college at 38, and then I just developed a habit for reading, and so I read all the time. So I encourage you to do that. Pick up a book, something that you like, something that you're interested in, and then start studying it. Getting all the information that you can about it, whatever it is that you like, politics, leadership, church, ministry, the Bible, figures, political figures, sports figures, whatever it may be. Just pick something that's going to be of value to you. Learn as much as you can about it. So that's my day. It is very uneventful. Of course, there are times where I have to do TV work. There's times that I have to leave here and go to meetings, which we have meetings every single week, but I always factor those in the day of, and I factor them in wherever I can. So that is my day. Boring as it is, yes. Routine as it is, yes. I am a person of routine, and I was never like that until I married Jill. She made me a person of routine. Not to mention at 3 o'clock, I eat a snack. Apple, protein bar, and sometimes cantaloupe. I love cantaloupe. Anyway, that's my day. It's boring, it's uneventful, but there it is.